Welcome to Homebrew Magic, a video series about EDH where we do our best to build unique, fun, or just plain silly deck lists to play against each other, followed by a breakdown of how they did so we can all learn and get better at this game that we love.
I brought Saheeli, the Sun's Brilliance. This is actually my Faraday dice rolling deck that I have completely revamped.
Nice.
So, this is the, I think, latest version of Saheeli, unless there's a fucking ferret version in Bloomburrow.
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't gotten my box yet. But yeah, I retooled and swapped out commanders for Alia Iacta Est, the die is already cast deck. Nelson, what'd you bring? What'd you
Nice.
get?
I brought back Shelob because I haven't played her in a while.
Oh, nice.
So I just want to kill stuff and then exile it with her and then play it for myself or keep it away from other people. That's what we're doing here. Teach.
Nice
you
new
roll
commander
off?
you got there, Snow.
It'd be a shame if Spider
ate
killed it. Teach.
What up, how about it, boy Teach? And tonight for this wonderful game of Totem,
Thank you.
I'm bringing out Shadrix Silverquill.
Yeah.
Shadrix was next.
Tolerable.
Ain't Tramoka.
Shadrix was next in line to get new sleeves, so he wanted to show off his new outfit, and here it is. This cute little panda dragon.
I was gonna say, is that a cat cosplaying as a panda cosplaying as
It
a
is
dragon?
it is a pan dragon. As
So
per,
fuck anything.
as per the box,
As per the
came
lore.
in,
The lore.
the lore of
Well,
Dragon
yes,
Shield.
Of course it came in the box. Again, it's a pan dragon. It fucks everything.
I already like the direction that this deck is taking. Shadrix Silverquill, Pandragon. Oh, is that a student?
Fuck it. You won the roll off.
Yeah, you'll be going first.
Sorry, my mind went into a dark hole.
So did he.
Any
This
port
family don't care about it. Alright. On tap, I'll keep draw. I'm going to start out with the worst turn one play. I'm going to start with a Bajuka Bog. Nelson, I'm going to exile your stupid spider graveyard.
Fucking got him.
That's right, no hand mating for you. Go Chanel.
On tap, I'll keep draw. Land of the turn will be a mountain leading into a strength testing hammer. It equips for 3. Whenever equipped creature attacks, roll a d6. That creature gets plus X plus O until the end of the turn, where X is the result. Then, if it has the greatest power or is tied for the greatest power among creatures on the battlefield, I draw a card. Go, Nelson.
Nice. All right. I will draw for the turn.
It's from Oomph.
Yeah.
And I will play this Myriad Landscape tapped, and I will pass the turn to my friend Teach.
Isn't it supposed to have like a acorn or something on it?
That's what I was looking for.
Acorn means
Yeah.
not legal.
No, yeah.
Commander.
That's right.
Non-acorn means fine.
That's right.
Got it. So no thing. Not that I was questioning the
It's
legality.
pronounced nothing.
I was looking at, honestly, I was looking at the little Ultra Pro dot off to the side, and I thought, is that a fucking misprinted?
Why
that's
is,
badass.
why is the acorn a circle and so far off to the right and say Ultra Pro?
You should put that on the internet.
No low balls, I know what I've got. Teach fucking doesn't apparently, but I do.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
untap.
Nelson played a tap land and said, "Woo."
Draw.
That's how we said it, dude.
I'm going to drop a Westvale Abbey.
Oh shit.
This is a land that taps for colorless.
It's a good one for that deck.
I can pay 5 and tap it and pay a life
Yeah. The profane.
to create a 1/1 white and black human cleric creature token. And I can pay 5 and tap it and sacrifice 5 creatures to transform Westvale Abbey and then untap it. Can't do any of that yet, but what I can do is cast an Orzhov Signet. Go
Nice.
Chanel.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Land of the turn. Island into a Brazen Dwarf. Whenever I roll one or more dice, Brazen Dwarf deals 1 damage to each opponent. Go, Nelson.
Untap my landscape. Upkeep and draw for the turn. Swamp will be my land for the turn.
Like it.
I will pay 2, and I will cast an Illusionist Bracers. Whenever an ability of the equipped creature is activated, if it's not a mana ability, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy, and it equips for 3. Go Teach.
Untap. Draw. planes.
I don't like Shelob against a deck that doesn't rely on a lot of creatures, because the ones I do have, I rely on heavily.
That's fair.
Yeah. I don't want to not have the things that I want to have.
There's a lot going on right now. So, I will start here. This seems not threatening.
Oh, Gord.
A Transmogrant's Crown. It's an equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0, and whenever equipped creature dies, I draw a card. I can equip by paying 2 generic or 1 black.
It's a more fair skull clamp.
Score claw.
Go Chanel. Skullcorn.
Score claw. Untap on keep draw.
I did it. Planes.
Sorry.
That was for me.
Underdark Rift, taps for colorless, or I can pay 5, tap it, and exile it to roll a d10. Put target artifact, creature, or planeswalker into its owner's library just beneath the top X cards, where X is the result. We're going to pay 3 and equip the Brazen Dwarf with the Strength Testing Hammer. We will go to combat, attacking the Nelson head of the Tej Nelson Totem. I rolled a 4, so whenever I roll one more die, each of my opponents takes a point.
That's 2 from us.
Brazen Dwarf gets +4/+0, making him a 5/3, and then he has the greatest power, or is tied for the greatest power, so I get to draw a card.
And we take 5 more.
We take 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Ouch.
I rolled Dorse. Go ahead, Nelson.
Alright.
I told you I was non-threatening.
Untap. Upkeep.
That's why I attacked the
and
Nelson
draw
figure.
for the turn.
Oh, okay. I missed that. I don't think you declared that.
I did.
Okay.
I'm gonna play.
It's on magnetic
Swamp
reel to reel.
as my land for the turn. I'm gonna pay 3. Actually, no, I'm not. What I'm gonna do is 1, 2, 3.
That's not what
Yeah, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna pay 3. I'm gonna cast Phyrexian Arena. Thinking my upkeep, I draw a card and lose a life. Go Tej.
Our upkeep, comrade.
Yes, sir.
Draw. 1, 2, 3, 4. Marsh Flats for 5. Do I need 5 mana? 2, 3.
God, he's counting.
I do not need 5 mana, so I will not activate the Marsh Flats right this second. Instead, I will summon this Reassembling Skeleton. I can pay 1 and a black to return it from my graveyard to the battlefield tapped. I will equip it with this crown.
Shelob should take that. Should before he starts doing this thing.
It is a
Get that out of there.
3/1. That is all for me. Go Chanel.
Okay.
I will activate my Marsh Flats.
Untap. Upkeep.
I will take it from over here.
Raw. Land of the turn will be this mountain. And then
Failed to find, huh? Dang.
classic. Play Sword of the Animist.
That's a good one.
Move to equip Sword of the Animist onto my Brazen Dwarf.
That's a lot of lands in a row.
And we will move to combat, attacking yet again the Nelson head of the Tej Nelson combo. D6 gets rolled. You each take 1. And then Brazen Dwarf gets +2/+0, making him a 4/4. So he has the highest power. I get to draw a card and attack trigger.
Land.
Yeah, so
Got the
both of them are the attack. So I'll finish resolving that, obviously. So I'll draw this, and then I will fetch that onto the battlefield tapped. And then, yep, 4/4 coming at you.
Nelson, do something about it.
Tapped out and got no blockers.
Fine. I'll do something about it.
I'm just gonna block it and draw a card, or exile my things, or what you do?
Could block it and draw a card.
Oh shit! Should I not? Should I tell you how your things work?
You should not. I'm gonna block it and draw a card.
Okay.
3 damage.
Okay.
Is it dead?
No, it's a 4/4 right now.
Fuck you.
Okay. I only swung. I only swung knowing I wouldn't die,
Oh, okay.
but you died.
Yep.
Resolve that, please.
I've got a shuffle from the
Okay.
fetch.
While Tej resolves multiple things, Nelson, go ahead.
Yep.
I'm gonna wait to see what Nelson
Untap.
does before I draw my card.
Upon my upkeep, I will draw a card from
Won't
the
do that.
arena, and I will take a life from the Schnell Nelson.
Good
token.
choice. Good choice.
Then I will draw for turn.
I'm gonna draw from a crown.
My teams are down to 39.
You were tapped. You were dead. You did good work. You both did good work.
Thanks, Mom.
You're a great coach.
I need to re-sleeve this deck. The sleeves are in an okay condition, but now that you pointed out the Ultra Pro seal, it is not visible on every card.
Oh, really?
Some cards, it's like super reflective. Other cards, it's not. Like if you look at my Sword of the Animist, not much there.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to pay 4 and cast a Twilight Prophet. 2/4 flying with Ascend, which I do not have yet. At the beginning of my upkeep, if I do have the City's Blessing, I reveal the top card of my library and put it into my hand, and then each opponent loses X life, and I gain X life, where X is that card's converted mana cost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm 3 away from ascending. three cards
Ascending
away
to
from
the city.
We'll see.
3 permanents away from ascendancy.
We'll see.
Go teach,
Untap.
which is probably my favorite trigger.
Draw!
no.
Land for turn is a Tainted Field,
Gross.
which can tap for a white or a black because I control the swamp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 5. Fuck it. Doing it.
Oh no, he's got a Yahtzee.
1, 2. Arcane Signet.
Oh shit, he did do it. I assume that was it. I assume that was
Good
the
turn.
one,
Good
the
turn.
top of the mountain.
I will bring back my Skeletor.
Turn 5 Arcane Signet. Fuck.
I will equip Skeletor.
So we go to 3-1.
3-1.
That when it dies, you draw.
Correct. Pass turn.
Okay. Untap my pile. Upkeep. Draw. Land of the turn will be this Fabled Passage. I will activate the Fabled Passage to sack it, search my library for a basic, put it on the battlefield tapped. Then, if I control 4 more lands, which I do and will, land tap it. So, at this point, we're just thinning out the deck because we don't like having cards in it. So, we'll grab that mountain. ETB's tapped and untap it.
I do like that promo Fable Passage.
Yeah.
It's real cool.
Yeah. Then, Nelson would like to.
I don't remember if I'm using mine or not.
So that was my land for the turn. We were gonna do other stuff too, though. We will drop Saheeli, the Sun's Brilliance. I can pay a red and a blue tapper to create a token that's a copy of another target creature or artifact I control, except it's an artifact in addition to its other types. It gains haste and sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. We will also throw out a Sapphire Medallion, and then one towards this.
Tap Saheeli to activate that?
Yes, so I can't do it yet.
They printed the medallions in Commander Legends and then again in Commander Masters and then again in Dominaria Remastered.
Well, this is Modern Horizons 3.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought that was Dominaria Remastered. I can't.
So for
But yes, they reprinted
Okay,
them twice
that's awesome.
in relatively close succession.
Good.
But for 2 mana with the discounted price, I'm gonna play Trophy Mage, ETB, search my library for an artifact, mana value of 3 or less.
That Black Vandal Blast would really come in handy right now.
That's how you get me. And again, because I read my note card of how to run this deck, I know which one I'm supposed to look for first.
Black Vandal Blast is a good metal name.
Yeah, it is.
New
value, I called it.
It's gonna be the okay. There we go. Perception Bobblehead is gonna go into my hand. It is a
Bobbleheads.
bobblehead deck.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was wondering when I'd see a bobblehead deck from Schnell.
Yep. It immediately went into dice rolling, and then I went, Faraday's never gonna fucking win with bobbleheads. Saheeli. Saheeli might be able to win with bobbleheads.
I like it.
So, Perception Bobblehead goes in my hand. For those who don't know, Perception Bobblehead is it's 3 to play. It taps for 1 mana of any color, like all the bobbleheads do. This particular one is pay 3, tap it, look at the top X cards of your library, X is the number of bobbleheads you control. You may cast a spell with a mana value 3 or less from among them without paying for it, and then the rest go on the bottom of the library in any order. We will go to combat, and we will send Brazen Dwarf at the Tej head of your combo. I will stack them in a way that I resolve the die rolling trigger first. It's +1, +0. It is a 3/3, which makes it the most powerful creature out there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's a 3/4. So I get to draw a card off of that, and then I get to fetch out basic.
We take 2.
You each lose 1.
Okay.
I get land tapped.
Nelson, I sacrificed a creature to that monster. Now it's your turn.
Well, he can just jump it.
And hope you don't have tricks.
I'm mostly tapped out.
All right, I will block with the Twilight Prophet.
That's fine. You already took 2. So
Good.
care to cut me.
I don't think I took 1 from the Marsh Flat, so I'm going to knock us down to 28.
You did.
I'm going to knock us back up to 29.
Yeah, you did. I remember you doing that.
Okay.
Because you took it and then you didn't resolve it for a while. Then you resolved the actual
Nothing.
card.
Second main. Nelson, go ahead.
I'll believe you.
Yeah,
We're a team.
I'm quite positive you did.
If the tape says otherwise,
Untap.
Yeah,
this,
no,
and
it's-
draw.
I tried to be honest.
Oh, sorry. Draw from Arena, and then draw for turn.
This only triggers once you have the Sea's Blessing.
Correct.
If you have the Sea's Blessing, reveal the top card of your library and put it in your hand. Each opponent loses X life and you gain. Okay, so it's a inverse fucking
Dark
bomber.
Confident. Yep.
Yeah. I should remember the guy who made the card, but not the card.
I am going to.
I wonder if he still owns ACD. It's been a while. Since I sold my distributor.
I'm going to enchant Twilight Prophet with Skeletal Grimace. It gets +1/+1, and for a swamp, or a black mana, I can regenerate it.
I was gonna say, we're playing in 3rd grade again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay 1 swamp.
Probs.
I'm gonna pay 2 items. I'm gonna counterspell that.
Then I'm going to pay 2 more. And I'm going to cast Swiftfoot Boots.
Ooh, shit. I remember a kid that I played against on the school bus who swore to me up and down that green creatures was a creature type. Because he played some black spell that it was like choose a creature type, they all get whatever. And he's like, no, I can choose green. Green's the type of creature that they are. They're green creatures. And I was like, okay, yes, you win.
Fucking kids.
Fucking Trevor Cotto.
That's who it was?
That's who it was.
I didn't know Trevor Cotto ever dabbled in the magical arts.
Like 3rd through 6th grade, and then he got cool.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. He definitely didn't play in high school. I'm going to move to combat.
Yep.
And I'm going to
Flight.
swing, 3/5 flyer at the Schnell head of the Tejas and Schnell totem.
Tej, I have no flyers.
Nor do I.
Okay. So we take.
3.
3.
Okay.
36.
36.
All right. And I will pass my turn.
Okay.
I will untap. I will draw for the turn. Oh, look at that. It is a Plains. Puts me at 8 mana. I still want to do that. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I will summon Shadrix Silverquill. Pan-Dragon.
How big is Shadrix?
2/5 for now.
Ooh. 2/5/4 now.
2/5/4 now. Flying double strike.
Double strike.
Yep. I'm going to move to combat. At the beginning of combat on my turn, I may choose 2. Each mode must target a different player. Target player draws a card and loses a life. That will be me. Target player puts a +1/+1 counter on each creature they control. That will be Nelson.
Oh.
I will lose a life over here. I will draw this card here. I will exit combat. Good work, everyone.
We did it, Coach.
Second main. I am going to swing that crown over to Silver Quill. Just in case.
Now I can't just swing at you guys with Reckless Abandon.
You can. And I will pass to Chanel.
No, my abandon is now
Wrecked.
yeah with wrecked abandon. Untap. Nothing. Draw. Okay. Land for the turn will be this mountain. How much shit can I do this turn? A couple. We will go with a
Couple good shits.
Just a couple,
shits.
2, 3 shits.
Talisman of Creativity. Then let's see. I gotta do a little bit of math, and I apologize for that. Math is the fucking worst. So if I activate that, I get one of those. need
I
not
secretly
flip it
like
over.
math.
I mean, I appreciate what it does
I
for
like
me.
numbers.
Yeah. Talisman of Creativity for a blue, ow, and a red.
But I hate squids. I don't know why I said that.
Yeah, that was weird. Saheeli, the Sun's Brilliance is going to activate to create a token copy of another target creature or artifact. I'm going to create a copy of Trophy Mage, except it has haste. When that one enters, I get to search my library for a mana of value 3 or 3 artifact. Reveal. You look like you're about to tell me I can't.
Nope.
You had that look of.
Sorry, no.
What?
I'm just looking.
Okay. Tokens don't get ETB.
That's not just a tall
That's
boy,
a
that's a
new-
girthy boy.
Yeah.
It is. That's a crowler.
Yeah, it is.
A crowler of peach ring sour. Which isn't bad.
We're gonna grab the strength bubblehead, which
Peach
will go
rings
to
are
my hand.
disgusting, for the record.
Which one's peach?
Peach rings.
Oh, I like him.
Like the gummy, I don't.
Yeah, no,
I think it's
okay.
a texture thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
But this is a decent beer.
So, yeah, that'll go into my hand. I have a copy of
That's
the
a
Trophy
freshie,
Mage.
too. That was filled on 8-3.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, that's a fucking freshie right there. Boy, your deck's looking a little thin.
No, I'm working on it.
Freshie. Oh, I forgot about that guy.
So, 2/2 Trophy Mage. That'll die at the end of the... or gets sacrificed at the end of the turn. We're going to move the Strength Testing Hammer over to it. And we're going to go to combat.
Alright, before combat.
Oh.
The hammer is the one where you roll the die and it gets plus
X
whatever.
plus X plus O. Plus die plus O.
The dwarf.
The dwarf says whenever I roll a die, it's 1 to each opponent.
Okay. I'm gonna path the dwarf.
Okay. I'm gonna counterspell your path.
Whoa, there's blue in that deck.
Blue the whole time.
Okay.
Blew me away. Get it?
Nelson, I tried. Do something.
No.
Nelson, our life total.
I know.
Continuing to combat that.
Nelson, my ass.
Our ass, comrade.
Okay, so I get to roll. Okay. So, it's a... Yep, you each take one. It is a 3/2. What power is that?
4. Skeletal garment
That's right.
gives a
Okay,
plus 1+1.
so I don't get to draw a card. But most importantly, I got to deal you guys 2 with Reckless Abandon.
So
Otherwise, it's just a 3/2 coming
Yeah.
at you.
Alright, I will block it with Shadrix.
Oh my god, wait. Okay.
I have decided that I'm going to use the number of tokens this deck creates this game as the baseline for how many of those things I have to buy,
Again,
and just go from there.
I like the little boogie board. I think I bought that like pre-pandemic when I was still like playing Standard regularly, and in FNMs it was just a convenient tool to track life totals. So, nothing main second main phase. Nelson, go ahead.
It's
Alright.
either that or the wet willy guy that I don't actually think is called the wet willy, but you draw on him and you lift the thing up. and
Oh,
it erases.
Woolly
Oh,
Willy.
yeah.
That's it. Thank
Woolly
you.
Willy.
You
that's
could
it,
have gone with like Etch-a-Sketch or
I said that joke last week.
Magnadoodle.
On my
Didn't do
upkeep,
Magnadoodle.
I
Magnadoodle
will
is the
draw
next one.
from Arena, I will.
And now my
draw
brain is just on Bo
Sure.
Burnham. I look like Wooly Willy with a really woolly willy. I was gonna mess with your focus here.
Yep, mess with that foci.
That's about as good as it's gonna get.
Show us the way to go.
Tired and I want to go to bed.
Derp, derp. Yeah, Trophy Mage with Saheeli feels real good to fetch out all the 3-cost bobbleheads that I haven't cast yet.
I'm going to pay 2 and tap and crack my Myriad Landscape to find 1 tapped swamp, 2 tapped swamp. Shuffle.
I'm wondering when we're going to see that Shelob. What's that Shelob do?
Maybe what that Shelob do. Alright, so I will then pay 1 to equip mine boots to mine vampire. Now has hexproof and haste, which doesn't really matter at this point. Okay. Also, I should now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I now have the City's Blessing for the remainder of the game. Alright, I will turn my hand right side
For
up,
the remainder of your game.
move to combat.
Our game comrade.
Player removal
Move to combat,
is...
comrade.
It's not even an emblem, it's just a player status?
Yep.
That's a...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I will...
Wizards also decided
Teach
emblems
is-
are stupid.
I'm going to...
Teach is on my team and has a flyer to block me.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to pass the turn to Teach.
Save me, daddy.
All right. Untap.
You pass the turn?
I'm gonna pass the turn. Could you counter that too?
Yeah. I think I run one counter spell, and the fact that it was Teach trying to get rid of my shit that, you know, called it. That's a moral victory for this deck.
Here's what we're gonna do this turn. 1, 2, 3. Let's make sure I'm not gonna be stupid. Let's, for safety, do that.
Sphere.
1, 2, 3. I am going to summon Teysa, Orzhov Scion. 2, 3 Human Advisor. I can sacrifice 3 white creatures to exile a creature. Whenever another black creature I control is put into a graveyard from play, I create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying. I may have misjudged my turn.
Excellent.
Counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, 100% misjudged my turn.
Great.
I won't be able to do everything I wanted to, but I'm still going to follow through. I will also 1, 2, 3, 4. Summon Mondrak, Glory Dominus.
Oh, damn. That's not gonna end well.
If one or more tokens would be created under my control, twice that many are created instead. And I can also pay 1 and 2 Phyrexian white, and sacrifice 2 other artifacts and or creatures to put an indestructible counter on Mondrak. I will move to combat. At the beginning of combat, target player creates a 2/1 white and black Inkling token. That is going to be me. Target player puts a +1/+1 counter on each creature they control. That is Nelson.
Save me, daddy.
My 1 Inkling is 2 Inklings. My 1 Inkling, there you are, is 2 Inklings. I will exit combat.
Okay.
Pass turn to Chanel.
So,
What?
you're gonna
Sorry,
exile all
what?
my shit, you said?
Not all of it.
Sacrifice
none of it.
3 white creatures. Remove target creature from the game.
That is correct.
Untap. Upkeep.
It doesn't have to be this way.
Draw.
Listen, the choice is yours.
Tisn't?
Tis. I don't want that. I want the other.
Okay. Well, I was trying to plan out what I wanted to do, and now I'm all worried that you're gonna just say no. And boy, I sure would like to not have you say no. So we're gonna lead off with the Perception Bobblehead. You ain't never hurt nobody. This is the one, pay 3, tap it, look at the top X cards. X is the number of bobbleheads. I can cast a spell 3 or less without paying for it. Everything else goes in the bottom of my library in a random order. We will then also throw down, aggressively, the Strength Bobblehead. Taps for mana of any color. I can pay 3 to put X +1/+1 counters on target creature, where X is the number of bobbleheads I control. Currently 2. Tap this a little bit more correct. How we planned it. We are going to... Yeah, did I miscount anyway? Yep, we miscounted anyway. Is that sorcery speed? It isn't. Then... Yep. We are going to red and a blue. Tap those, activate Saheeli to make a copy of Trophy Mage.
Trophy Mage.
E to B.
I just rewatched Deadpool 2 the other day. And I don't think I paid attention to that movie the first time I watched it. Deadpool 2 is great.
Oh yeah.
And I 100% did not notice the Juggernaut song the first time I watched it, because that hit me in the face like a sack of bricks, and it was so fucking funny.
I was gonna say, because that's some like weird original, like, he's going to fuck you, or something like that.
And it's like, holy shit, balls, Juggernaut, holy shit,
Yeah,
balls.
it's... we're gonna grab the
Cannot wait
Charisma
to watch
Bobblehead.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay, so that goes into my hand. I'm gonna then pay 3 to equip Strength Test Hammer onto the Trophy Mage. Go to combat. Swing for 3! But you each take 2 from the Strength Test Hammer, Brazen Dwarf,
25.
Chombo.
Nelson,
Chombo.
what would you like to do?
What is that thing?
It's a 3/2.
It's a 3/2.
It's a 3/2.
All right, I'll block with the Twilight Prophet.
Wow.
You just wrote all that down too.
That will be it. Go, Nelson.
All right. I will untap. On my upkeep, I will reveal the top card of my library and put it into my hand. You each lose 4.
Gross. Shit.
And I gain 4.
We each lose 4.
Yep.
1, 2,
Wait,
Wait,
what
you
that's
can't-
me and Chanel.
Yeah, you can't take it from.
Yeah,
Okay.
we were at 32.
Uh,
So you take it from you and Chanel, or me and you.
Oh wait, can I take it from? I can't take it from
Hold
this
on.
one either.
No. Yeah, that's why I was going off of what you did.
Oh yeah. It's got to be your
There, we took it.
Okay, all
your
right.
It's
monster.
got to be your bolt.
And then I will gain 4 here. All right, and then I believe I draw it right
Hope not.
and put it into your hand. Yep. Then a Phyrexian Arena. Draw and lose 1, and then draw for turn.
Yeah, that's a hell of a. Gotta go.
It's too much.
Well, to be fair,
stuff.
if you cast the damnation, it will at least deal with your part of my problem.
That's fair. That's
Right now, I'm just fuck, sir.
Damn it.
And unpause after a horrible beer spilling incident. Nelson, continue.
all right. I'm going to pay 4.
Oh, that's damnation money.
It is. And I'm going to cast Damnation. Holding priority, I will pay 1 to regenerate my Twilight Prophet from my skeletal grimace.
They can't be regenerated.
Oh yeah, it's not just.
Don't.
Thank you.
Why?
No, you're right. I thought it was, for some reason in my head, it was opponent's creatures. I can't regenerate it. I am paying 4 to damnate the board. Attempt to damnate until Teach plays one of those white counter spells he pulled out of Dramoka for this very moment.
Pulled out? I bought 30 of them.
Teach never pulls out.
I should know this by now.
Don't you put those lines on the internet.
I do have a response. I'm going to activate Mondrak Glory Dominus by paying 1 and sacrificing 2 other artifacts and or creatures to put an indestructible counter on Mondrak.
Well, you also have to pay the Phyrexian life then, don't you?
That is 4 life. That is going to come out of our total because of your audacity.
Because you damnated.
Yep.
That's fine.
And honestly, it's not going to matter what I can sacrifice. It doesn't matter because they're all going to die. So, yeah, 2 things are sacrificed. Indestructible.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Commander. No Trophy Mage and Brazen Dwarf.
I will draw a card off of Shadrix.
3 Trophy Mages was probably enough for this playthrough.
Goodbye, Inklings. Hello, Mondrak.
Alright, then my land for the turn will be a Bojuka Bog, tapped, and just as Tej once exiled my graveyard, I will exile his.
No, but he has a path to exile in his graveyard that I was going to try and use.
My hubris. My Skeletor.
Got him.
The audacity.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Lion the
5,
Witch
6,
and the
7.
audacity of this bitch.
I will then move to discard to hand size, and I will discard this Demon's Disciple, and I will pass the turn to my friend Teach.
I did not draw from that, even though I announced it, so I will draw for that now. I will untap. I will draw for turn. Land for turn, Silent Clearing. No creatures, no creatures.
No crutch.
1 creature. Oh, you guys are fucked!
Here's hoping.
You're not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana is enough to summon Shadrix and have some left over.
Oh, he's going to put +1/+1 counters on our not creatures.
Let's leave up this Tainted Field and this Godless Shrine.
But why?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What could Teach need mana for when it's not his turn?
I will summon Shadrix. Silver Quill. Pandragon.
You are pandering.
It's my new favorite thing. Yeah. I will move to combat. I am going to create a 2/1 Inkling.
Okay.
Schnell, you have
Thanks.
not been hit by this ability this game.
I can draw a
put
card and lose life?
+1/+1 counter on each creature you control.
Damn it.
Then I will attack the Nelson Head for 5. Not 5, 4. This is not a +1/+1 counter.
It is
I chose an ability or a color specifically to remind myself of that. So it is just 4. That'll work. What is that?
It's a weather die.
Oh.
So you can choose any of those symbols that are not numbers, and therefore shouldn't make you think 1.
Lightning is destructible. Tornadoes are not.
I'm pretty sure our former president said you could hit him with a nuke.
Yeah, our former
makes
president
them-
is an idiot.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so you said 4, right?
4, yes.
Okay,
We're
so down to 31.
Second main,
You don't know a nuke wouldn't work.
same as the first.
Same reason why fucking Air Bud worked for 8 movies.
He's cute.
Second main is a Bitter Blossom.
Oh, that's a good one.
Pass turn.
Oh, that's me. I'm pilot. Untap.
Time to feed that s'more, baby.
Land for the turn. I have so much mana. We will Charisma Bobblehead. Intelligence Bobblehead. and then activate. I don't know, one more, some of them. Yeah, we're gonna activate the
I'm gonna lose a life because I tapped that silent clearing.
commander.
And
Losing
I'll
a
take
life.
one here.
From this one, Saheeli, the sun's brilliance. Ooh, blue spells cost one less. Does that reduce the commander tax total?
It does.
Excellent.
You determine the entire total of cost.
And then apply, right?
Yep.
Excellent. So I have a mountain up then, just in case.
We'll need to remember that rule for my next new deck.
So, sorcery speed, not sorcery speed. So I can't trick with those. Do I want to treat with these?
Nice wordplay.
I just
I
fell
like
out of me. Yeah, that'll be it. Go ahead, Nelson.
Alright. Untap. Upkeep. Phyrexian Arena.
Ouch. Stop making us
Draw. Turn.
Remember when Brazen Dwarf was just kicking the shit out of everyone?
Yeah,
Those were good times.
I remember.
I miss those times.
That's why it's gone.
I know.
My ass.
He was so brazen.
Okay. Land for the turn will be a Nykthos. Shrine to Nyx.
Which the flavor text on this. My grandmother saved the life of a brass dragon, and in return she was given a glimpse of the fire in its heart. A glimpse that she passed down to me. His grandma fucked that dragon.
It's true.
Was it Shadrix?
I'm going to pay 4, and I'm going to channel Takanuma Abandon Mire. So I'll be milling 3, and then returning a creature or planeswalker card from my graveyard to my hand.
Ooh.
1,
I
Harvester of
exiled
Souls.
your graveyard at the very beginning of this game.
Yeah, you
2,
can't check
your all
the tape.
routine.
Your graveyard itself is
And
gone,
a
so all
Nyx
your cards
Lotus.
just go
They just
wherever
go
it should
nowhere.
have been.
I'll bring the Twilight Prophet back.
He's not listening. He's not having
He's
fun.
ignoring our fun.
I am. Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
We literally exiled the zone. Target player cannot target their graveyard for the rest of the game.
It doesn't say exile cards. All
Yeah.
cards in target player's graveyard. The graveyard is gone. Oh shit, it does. Oh wait, no, it doesn't.
Oh, shit. I'm going to pay 3 and play a Whisper Silk Cloak. 1, 2,
Sorry.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I will pass the turn to my friend Tej.
It's a lot of creatures you have over there.
I know. Gaping even.
They're looking kind of small. I think we might need some counters.
When I have one, you can give me the one.
Tap upkeep draw. Land for turn because I have no better. I might have a better option. I don't have a better option.
You don't know what you have.
Cabal Goffers. Which unfortunately, I pay 2 to add 1. Awful lot of no swamps this game.
Maybe if you ran basics?
Maybe. I do. Like 16 of them.
It's too few.
1, 2, 3. Apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You don't count. That's a meme. That's one of that like 3x3 meme.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Not you.
Yeah. Thanks so much for being swamps. Not you.
No, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mana to play with.
What does your Cabal tap for?
1.
Awesome.
Yes. Pay 2, add 1. Beginning my upkeep, I get fairies. We'll lose a life over here.
Ouch.
I get 2 fairies.
Tej and I are down to 25.
1 plus 1 is 2. Temporary fairy.
It's cute.
I know, I liked it too.
It's real cute.
I will go to combat. Target player. Cards in hand?
3.
Cards in hand?
7.
Chanel, you can draw a card and lose a life.
Ooh.
Oh, you're all guys getting counters.
All my things are getting counters.
Have you been counting how many tokens you've created this game, by the way?
I'm up to 6.
Okay, good.
So you need 6 boogie boards.
Yep. At least. That's 2. 1.
Oh, Nelson, if you want a board wipe now again.
1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1.
Try to find them. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't be unprudent.
Nope, not at this juncture.
4 now. I will. You have.
I have Saheeli is my only creature. She don't fly. She's a 2/2.
She don't hurt nobody.
She ain't hurting.
I will swing in at you for 5.
3 double strike.
3 double strike.
Oof,
5, 6,
Commander,
7, 8, 9,
yeah.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 5 of it's on the ground. These are 3/2s now.
Oh,
because they
yeah. I forgot there were 2. I thought there were 1/1s. I forgot there were 2
Yeah.
ones.
In response,
Yes.
I'm going to activate my Perception Bobblehead
Yes.
to look at the top 4 cards of my library, cast something.
3 or
I may
less.
cast a spell with a mana value of 3 or less from among them without paying for its mana cost. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Too little, too late, you say. Propaganda. Well, I tried. Nelson, you got anything? Tricks, responses?
Nah, I'm tapped out. And I got free in this mono black deck.
Okay. How much total?
6 commander. Plus 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Okay,
Okay,
that's
Nelson,
17
yeah,
total.
Nelson, you want to knock us down?
Wait, 6 commander.
6 commander.
that's-
Commander
and then 11.
damage from
From Teach.
Nelson and Teach.
I think
Just-
it's easiest just
yeah,
to
just
track
mark your
your
rolls.
Just
rolls.
oh, I see.
Yes.
So 6 commander damage, and then 11
Yep.
takes us to 11.
Second main.
Our life total, yeah.
Yuck.
Yeah, our life total can only be hit by that commander.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Yeah, kinda. That's something we haven't addressed yet.
Yeah. Is it each head of the 2-headed Otum?
Second main, I will go 1, 2, 3, 4 for Annoying Procession. And 1, 2.
I don't feel good about
No, our odds are
the
for
ending of this game anymore.
Squirrel's Hive.
Jesus.
Yep.
I think I will also equip
Because he can just choose to attack you and ignore my propaganda.
Yep.
one of my fairies with the crown.
Nice.
Pass turn.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep.
Can Mondrak make other things indestructible or only
Nope,
itself?
just itself.
Okay.
Pray to Mark Rosewater and draw. What a basic land.
Mark sucks.
Mark!
God, we need a better deity.
Okay. Down but not out. Dumb but not stupid.
Bleeding, just not all the way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, land for the turn will be said mountain.
Tis but a flesh wound.
Yep. So if I do that, that costs 7. That costs 9. For that specifically. Nelson, I'm going to peek at your graveyard.
Good.
God, it's exile.
What?
I said, oh my god, it's exile.
We've been through this.
God damn it.
I mumbled for
1, 2,
comedic
3,
effects.
4, 5, 6, 7.
But it's not funny if no one hears it.
It's not. Okay. We're gonna make all sorts of piles of mana because I have a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then discounted because of Sapphire Medallion. And then over on this side, we want a copy of that? Maybe? No. Yeah, okay. Yeah, fuck it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Damn it, 6. Discounted price. There we go. Wizard Spellbook is a blue artifact. I can tap it, exile target instant or sorcery card from a graveyard, roll a d20 at sorcery speed. 1 to 9, I copy that card and may cast the copy. 10 to 19, I copy it and I can pay 1 rather than paying for it. Or for 20, I search my copy each card with exile with this one, and I can cast them all without paying for it. Do I want to? Yeah, fuck it. We're gonna try to cast Damnation.
No response.
Tej response?
Oh.
Okay. Hercules. So 20.
Fucking
All right.
20.
So copy each card, exile with it. I may cast any number of the copies without paying for them. So I will go ahead and damnate.
Damnate.
Nice.
Okay.
Damnate.
All of my creatures are dead except Mondrak.
Okay.
I will draw a card from the crown. I was right to equip it.
I bereave you. Then.
Shadrix costs 9.
Yep. Sorcery speed
Draw.
only. We're gonna pay 5, exiling Underdark Rift, and roll a d10.
Jesus Christ. Oh,
It's done. Yeah.
D10. That's right.
So put target Mondrak in your library with
Excuse
2
me?
cards on top.
Excuse me?
Mondrak's getting tucked.
Mondrak's getting indestructible.
Okay. He can be indestructible in your library.
God, okay. Now I'm pissed. 2 down?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everything else
Okay.
costs more. So we will throw out a treasure chest and pass to Nelson.
Good on you.
I tried.
All right. Untap.
Angels
Upkeep.
deserve to die. Whatever Mondrak.
Draw from Arena
Mondrak
and
is
draw for turn.
a Phyrexian something or other.
Well, in 3 turns, you can read it and let me know.
I can read it right now. I know where it is.
Tap 1. Cast a Soul Ring.
Oh, that's the One Ring of her. Okay. I have rolled more dice this game than I think I've ever rolled with the dice roller, so I'm already happy. I also rolled,
Yeah, you're doing work.
I also rolled a crit, which is just great.
Which Faraday never did for me.
Yeah, no, Faraday ain't do shit. Saheeli, you're brilliant.
I'm glad I broke up with him.
All right. I'm going to.
Dump his broke ass.
believe Faraday presents female. I don't know.
Dump her broke ass.
It's ink. It's ink.
I'm gonna pay
Doesn't matter
4,
if their ass is broke.
and I'm gonna cast Phyrexian Obliterator. Because Daddy needs devotion. So that's 4, 6 currently.
I have 1. If that helps you. I have more, but someone had to dominate.
I'm gonna tap the Soul Ring to activate the
That
Nykthos.
is the best word
Choosing
from this
black.
game. Damn
And
it.
for 6, I will cast Liliana Dreadhorde General. Whenever a creature I control dies, draw a card. I can +1 to create a 2/2 zombie creature token. -4, each player sacks 2 creatures, and -9, each opponent chooses a permanent they control of each permanent type and sacks the rest.
No. I really don't want to do that.
True.
I like to aggressively not.
I'm going to pay 1 from the Bajuka Bog to attach the boots to the Obliterator. It now has Hexproof and Haste.
That wasn't the deal.
I'm going to +1 Liliana to create a zombie token, which I'll get in a second. I'm going to move to combat,
Teach, get him.
Got nothing.
and I am going to swing the Obliterator at the Tej head of your totem.
Yep.
I got nothing.
Propaganda don't do shit. Yeah.
So that's 5 then.
Yep.
And then I gotta create a zombie token. I will pass the turn.
Tejas.
2
1, 2,
Tejas.
3, 4, 5. All right. End of your turn. I'm going to activate my silent clearing by sacrificing it and drawing the girl.
Hey, it's silent. I heard you fart.
That's not my hand. That's my land.
I'm gonna have to damnate again, aren't I?
Tap. Begin my upkeep.
Oh, yeah, it stays exiled with that, doesn't it?
Yep.
Nice.
Because
Great.
the crit lets me, just do everything in the book.
Fairy Rogues and Phyrexian Mites.
Otherwise, I just copy whatever the most recent thing is that I took.
I will lose 2 life from Nelson and Teach. I will draw for turn.
Again, first time I think I've ever cast and resolved a wizard spellbook. It's real neat.
It is neat.
My original plan was to take his Path of Exile to try and deal with the Mondrak.
Oh, smart.
All right.
Then I had to go get rid of
Whenever
You had to go read and
a
bog
creature you control dies, you just draw a card. Correct?
it. Me? Yeah, whenever a creature I control dies, I draw a card. Correct.
Nothing else happens when creatures you control
That is
die.
correct. No.
No reason.
I'm currently creatureless.
Got it.
I am without creature.
Without creature, I am going to go 1.
There you go.
He's
Sorry.
he's getting it.
That was
He's
good.
getting it.
That was really good.
He's getting it, boys.
2, 3. I like that. That was fun. I'm going to play Ashnod's Altar.
Oofda.
Sacrifice creature to add 2 colorless. I am going to sacrifice 2 rogues, 2 mites. 2, 4, 6, 8 colorless. 9, 10, 11, and 2. I'm going to play Blot Out the Sky. I'm going to create 11 tapped 2/1 white and black Inkling creature tokens. If X is 6 or more, destroy all non-creature, non-land permanents.
What?
Wow.
I'm destroying all non-creature, non-land permanents and getting 22 tokens.
So, all non-creature, non-land.
Correct.
Is all of my artifacts. And my enchantment.
I lose 2 creatures, so I'll be drawing 2 cards.
I lose my will to live.
Yeah.
My sun got blotted out. You are my sunshine.
You're fucking gone now. Draw some.
crappy.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Why do we play?
I hate this game so fucking much now.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Destroyed or exiled, what does it do?
Destroy.
Okay.
10,
Well, that's
11,
at
12,
least
13, 14, 15, 16,
shitty.
22. Alright. Dead.
This is the first game I've played with this deck that I haven't gotten the
I was
Shard
gonna
of the
say-
Void Dragon yet.
Yeah, you didn't
To just
fuck us
fucking
over
do
with
work.
Catan.
Yeah. Haven't even seen it yet. Haven't sniffed them once.
Pass turn.
Cool. Untap, upkeep, draw.
I'm gonna take.
Does anybody need
I'm gonna take a page out of your book from last week, and
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna win on my next turn.
Okay, no, that's...
Okay, just throwing that out there.
It is... They have flying?
Yes,
Okay.
You're gonna win on your next turn.
2, and then
I'm just being silly.
Commander Tax. We're gonna recast Saheeli. Sun's Brilliance.
You have a gravitational shift in there, right? And then we
And
can do
then-
something about how all his creatures can't fly anymore.
Bag of Holding and Sword of Hours, and then Hope Nelson board wipes. Show me potato salad.
Nelson, go. All right.
Yep, go ahead.
Wait,
Untap.
damn, the second damnate.
Draw for
Yeah,
turn.
no, that's. what you got? Destroy all tapped creatures?
That would do it.
I don't know what I have, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna demonic tutor and fucking pray.
Nice. I like it.
Big buck, no wham. Dear Marcus,
Eldest Reborn isn't gonna get us there.
nice. Dear Marcus Aurelius Rosewater. Come on, Nelson.
Alright, I'm gonna put this card in my hand.
The suspense.
Audience is on the edge of their seats.
I know, right? It's just gonna be another tutor. Why would you tutor that?
Vampiric tutor.
Because I didn't find anything the first time.
Failed to find the first
I
time.
figured I'll look for another.
May as well go with a second. Alright. Those are all 2-1s.
2 1s.
Oof, yeah. Alright.
You have enough mana to do the 1 damage to everything.
I'm gonna
cast 4-drop enchant.
I'm gonna pay 3 and.
Why are you looking at my? If you kill my fucking creature for some reason,
He's going to toxic deluge. That's what he's going to do.
I'm gonna pay 3 and 2 life.
Oh, he is gonna.
And I'm gonna toss.
Ah, you got me.
2 life.
Well done.
2 life.
Saheeli, no.
But Malone.
What? Hello.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I blew it.
Where did you take the life from? You're gonna mark that
Ours.
down?
Not yours, ours.
Okay, gotcha. Well, this fucking blows. Nothing like restarting the game late into it with all of my bobbleheads in the graveyard.
I tried.
Fucking A. 2, 4,
I at least
6,
had a backup plan. It was 22 flyers.
Alright.
Yeah, no,
I
that's...
guess move to discard and get rid of
Which,
them.
by the way, puts my token count at 28.
There we go.
Nice.
All
That's
right,
a
good.
lot of boogie boards.
Discarding a
Yeah,
merciless-
particularly I need them.
I was gonna say, I
Merciless
think when I bought
executioner.
mine, it was like $6 or $8 for one of them.
Go
So.
team.
Worth it. All right.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I'm so proud of you.
Oh, it's Mondrak.
Forgot about that fella.
He's a Phyrexian horror, by the way. If you know.
He's a big whore.
Apparently, new ones are slightly more expensive, but they're probably better. Or not, I don't care.
What?
I don't fucking care.
Sake.
I already got mine.
I only have 6 mana. I'm going to summon Mangara the Diplomat. Whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of them are attacking me,
Now is the time for truces.
I draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, I draw a card. I will also spend my remaining 2 mana on an Idol of Oblivion. I can tap it to draw a card, but only if I created a token this turn. I did not. And I can pay 8 and tap it and sacrifice it to create a 10/10 colorless Eldrazi token. That-
Watch us lose to a 10/10
Caps me
colorless
out.
Eldrazi token.
I don't have to lose life. Go Schnell.
Untap. Keep.
Vault Coffers is not a good card.
They want you to think it is. They being the internet and all.
Okay. Fairy Mastermind. I could have flashed it in and made all tricksy, but honestly, I just need a body on the board. Save that. We will play Light Up the Stage. For
That's
just
your second spell. I draw a
regular.
card.
Whenever an opponent draws their second card each turn. Damn it! Anyway, exile the top 2 cards of my library until the end of my next turn. I may play those cards.
I love Light Up the Stage.
I
A
do
Lava
too.
Coil and a Feywild Trickster. Play that Lava Coil and exile your Mangara.
Alright, she drew me a card.
Again, I believe it's a gentleman.
It is a gentleman. Mangara is a fella.
Is he?
It's
Yeah.
not Womangara.
Wow. I thought of an awful joke. I'm not going to say it on camera.
Thank you.
I'll tell you when the recording's off.
I will move to equip the Sword of Hours to the Fairy Mastermind, and we will pass to Nelson.
I was going through cards the other day, and I found a Nelfanshi. And all I could think of was Teach talking about her hoots. Like, look at the hoots on that.
It's like a pig demon
Which
thing.
one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Thing. Yeah. All right. Land for turn will be a swamp. 2,
Like
4, 6.
oddly alluring pancakes.
I'm gonna pause the recording. Everyone wait for me for 2 minutes.
I left on the grill just a little too long, but that's not a bad thing.
I'm gonna pay 4, and I'm gonna cast a Nelson pet card.
Oh, I thought it was Shelob.
No Mercy. And then I'm gonna pay 4.
Fine, I'll attack the Teach head.
And I'm gonna cast a Nelson pet card. Literally, my pet spider. Shelob, my pet spider.
She don't have reach though.
She don't got reach. She don't hurt nobody.
She too fat.
She can't hurt none masterminds. Go Teach.
Whenever a non-target creature an opponent controls dies. Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
exile it.
So you're looking for things that die, not things on the battlefield.
Yes.
Untap. I'll keep nothing. Draw.
What's wrong with you? I say you, she
1,
died.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I miss my Menorex.
Okay.
That's all.
You got rid of them.
You're right. I did.
You were the issue.
Clearly. I will tap out once again. I will summon Elenda the Dusk Rose
That's a good one.
and Zulaport Cutthroat,
That's good.
just because I need bodies.
Yep.
Whenever Zulaport Cutthroat or another creature I control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and I gain 1 life. And Elenda is a 1/1 with lifelink. And whenever the creature dies, she gets a +1/+1 counter. And when she dies, I create X 1/1 white vampire creature tokens with lifelink, where X is Elenda's power. Pass turn.
Okay. Untap. Upkeep. Am I out of cards? I think I am. Draw. Okay. How do we win the game? Well, we don't. So we will go ahead and play that Feywild Trickster. Whenever I roll 1 or more dice, create a 1/1 blue fairy dragon creature token with flying. Yeah, we're gonna go to combat. We are going to attack the Tej head of that totem with a whenever equipped creature attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So it is a 3/2 flyer.
Nelson, do you have reach? Does that spider have reach? She
Nope.
doesn't have reach.
I
What a
even-
dumb spider.
I know.
Yep. She's
I
stuck in
wonder
her cave here.
Yeah.
She's just hanging out in Sirathungal.
I got nothing. Nelson?
Excellent.
Nothing?
No,
Alright,
I got
so
nothing.
you guys take 3.
1, 2, 3.
Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage, roll a d12. The result is 6. If the result is greater than the damage dealt, or it's a 12, double the number of +1/+1 counters.
All right.
Nice.
Cool.
So it gets an extra.
Oh, that's
counter.
that sword, right?
Yep,
that's
Yeah,
real
that thing's,
cool.
that's a neat equipment.
Whenever I roll 1 or more die, I get a Farai dragon. Fey drag. I ain't got time for all the words. It is a 1/1 flyer. Do we have or want anything second main? You know what? We're gonna spin our wheels just a little. We're gonna discard.
Wheel?
No. We're gonna activate Bag of Holding. Discard a card, and then draw a card, then discard a card. Whenever I discard a card, I exile it, and then I can pay for and sack the bag to return all cards exiled that way to my hand. We're gonna discard Whir of Invention, tucking it into the Bag of Holding. Go ahead, mine good friend Nelson.
Alright. Untap, upkeep, and draw for turn.
Oh, we're back in the game, boys. We're not, but we could be. You don't know. If you draw a second card on your turn, legally you have to tell us.
Alright, I'm gonna pay.
It's like when the teacher's sick.
If you don't draw
Show
within
up
15
for
minutes,
15 minutes.
I'm
and you
allowed
get
to
go home.
leave. Dumb. Sorry. I meant we're dumb.
Yeah, not the law.
Yeah.
The law's there for our own good.
I'm gonna pay 5 and cast Turgid, God of Fright.
Turgrid.
4/5 Menache. When an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control.
So, with Bag of Holding and that out, when I discard, it's active, non-active?
Correct.
Okay. So my ability goes on the stack, but then his ability goes on the stack.
Yep.
So his ability resolves first. Fuck.
Correct.
So I have to activate it on other people's turns.
I'm
So
going
they hold
to.
it's tapped. I'm a cheater.
I'm going to pay 2 to evoke a Shriek Maw,
Nice.
and I will attempt to destroy your flyer.
My tapped flyer or my untapped flyer?
Oh, because you have that token, right?
Yeah.
Your tapped flyer.
Okay. In response, I am going to...
I already picked up the die.
For what?
A +1/+1 counter.
Okay. I am going to activate his ability. Each player draws a card.
All right, good. Good.
Nelson, you drew your second card this turn.
I did.
I may draw a card. We're back in the game. Ability resolves. Destroy
Good.
target.
Yep.
It died. I get a counter.
So when it dies, I exile it with Shelob. Let's see, I'm going to play the Swamp that I just drew as my land for the turn.
Don't.
I will pass the turn to Teach.
Him. Scrimping.
Excellent.
Saving. Trying to get by.
Draw. Well, you're fucking useless because I don't have lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still. 4, 4. 1, 2, 3. I can only play one thing. The most useful thing is probably Mondrak, Glory Dominus.
Mondrak Dominus.
1, 2, 3, 4. Mondrak is Mon back.
Guess who's back? He's Mondrak. Friend.
Faster.
Okay. Untap.
I have to pee.
Fair.
I have no responses.
Upkeep. Nothing. Draw.
That's not true. I can't activate that, so there may be a response.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do all sorts of shit. Okay, so I am going to throw down Ichor Wellspring. ETB, I draw a card. I drew a card. Land for the turn will be this mountain specifically. And then we will... Ugh. God, that would be a better way of doing this, wouldn't it be? Wouldn't it be? Fuck it. We are going to reshape as an additional cost. Sacrifice an artifact. I'm going to sacrifice the Ichor Wellspring. When it dies, I draw a card. X is 3. Search my library for an artifact card with a value of 3. Put it in the
You don't
play.
draw yet.
It's part of the cost.
Oh, then yes,
Yeah,
you do.
it
As
is.
an additional cost,
Sack it.
sacrifice an artifact.
Got it.
No, I did it right.
You did do it right.
Drew that. And then we search for an artifact that costs 3 and put it into play.
I was going to make a deck with Mr. House called The House Always Wins with all the bobbleheads and shit.
No.
Your deck's way better.
Luck Bobblehead.
How lucky is he to have found that?
I know, right? Weird. Roll 1 6-sided die for each bobblehead, and then create a treasure for each even result.
Oh, sorry. Also, when you sacrifice Ichor Wellspring, I put it from your graveyard onto
Into
the
your
battlefield under my control. Yeah, so then I will draw a card.
So, I chose that specific art of Ichor Wellspring because I never noticed the little part at the bottom of the art where it shows some fucker sticking his arm into the Ichor Wellspring and losing it.
Nice.
fucking
It's a
sucks-
4-step
Yeah,
process.
sure shit. It sucks his arm right off the bone.
Cut me, yeah.
That's
Badass.
awesome.
Yeah, no.
I have that copy, and I never looked close enough to
Oh,
notice
that's
that.
super
I
cool.
like it. That's neat.
I enjoyed this art treatment. This
I did too.
alt art treatment, and I like the alt art treatment of the Bloomborough creature cards.
What do I hate?
Were they all like foxes and ferrets and shit?
The like the scientific drawings.
Oh, those. Yeah.
Those are super
Those are
cool.
cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Too bad I don't like any of the creatures.
Then we're gonna pay
Let me rephrase it. Too bad none of the creatures I like have those treatments.
2 blue and 2 for Curse of the Swine. We are going to exile Mondrak and Nelson's commander or Tigrid? Tegrid. Exile. You guys get 2/2 green boar creature tokens instead. In their stead.
Yeah, I got
nothing I can do about that.
Good.
That was a bore.
So yes, have your 2/2 boars. I will then pass turn because I've spent all my mana. Show me the way to go home.
2 more. Alright, then I will untap, upkeep, and draw for the turn.
Also, I'm excited because Ichor Wellspring was the last card that slotted into this deck because I realized with my commander, I can just keep pumping out token
copies of it,
and for
draw a
2
whole bunch of
mana, I
cards.
draw 2 cards every turn. It felt pretty good.
The clover means it's green.
That makes sense.
I'm tracking. 2, 4, 6.
I also have a terrible joke that I am going to save for after we're done recording because it's real fucking bad.
This is how the audience knows we're good people.
Yeah.
Because we're not letting them hear our awful things.
We sometimes control the darkest urges. Sometimes.
We still put them out into the universe,
Oh,
but
yeah.
not publicly.
Yeah. We lose the good place points.
I'm going to pay 6, and I'm going to cast Vizara the Dreadful. 5/5 flyer. I can tap her to destroy target creature. It cannot be regenerated.
It can't be what?
Regenerated. I know. Okay. Skeletal Grimace is gone. Don't worry, boys.
Okay.
So 2, 3, and 6 right now is my devotion to black. So I'm going to pay 2 to activate
I do feel bad, but
my Nykthos.
to be fair,
I didn't read the shit out
how
of that.
fucking often
Do
does
I
it
never read
come
anything?
up that
I know,
somebody
right?
tries to regenerate in
All the time.
response?
Yep. I will be paying 6 from Nykthos to cast Witch King, Bringer of Ruin. 5/3 flyer. Whenever it attacks, the defending player sacrifices a creature with the least power among creatures they control.
Boo.
Pass turn.
Untap. End of your turn. I created a token this turn. So I'm going to tap that and draw a card.
Ah.
Aha! Not so boring now.
Mine is. Mine still is. It's
And that
okay.
was actually a good card to draw.
Oh shit.
Land for turn. Not that good.
It's another.
I mean, you'd have drawn it anyway.
It's another board wipe.
I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
If I put one win con on another win con, can I just win that way?
I think so.
Okay.
Felidar retreat. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under my control, I choose one. I can either create a 2/2
cats.
white cat beast, or put a +1 counter on each creature I control, and they gain vigilance till end of turn.
Quick point of order.
Yeah.
Is that 29?
What?
Is that 29
Tokens.
tokens? The 29 tokens?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just,
Yes,
all right.
yes.
Sorry, just trying to keep track.
Thank you. I was going to say no. It's a 2/2.
I'm just looking forward to Teach coming to Magic tonight with his second bag full of fucking boards as he's clinking around when he walks up the door.
Guys, I can't afford gas money. I just spent $400.
Land for turn is an Evolving Wilds.
Little electronic dry erase things.
That is a cat beast.
I'm fairly. Yeah, there's like a battery in here somewhere. I don't even know if you can replace this thing. Never got to that
We're
point.
just like, no, fucking throw it away.
I can't do both.
Good. I'm trying to win here, and you're both hindering the fuck out of me.
But I'm going to fucking do this one anyway.
I miss my Ichor Wellspring.
Expedition map.
This deck just takes dirtling to the next level.
I
It just fucking farts
will
around. Really
move,
doesn't do much.
Teach keeps trying to win, and we
to my
keep
end step.
It just keeps resetting the board.
hurtling up. Yeah.
That's all it does. Whatever. We'll figure it out later.
Go Chanel.
We'll fix it in post. Or we probably won't. Untap. Nothing upkeep. Draw. So, we want those two and that. So, here's where I just put one win con on the other and hope to wait you fuckers out. Mechanized production is going to go on to Luck Bobblehead. So at the beginning of my upkeep, I get another Luck Bobblehead. So there's one. Do I want to try and roll it for an even number and get a treasure, or do I want to just tap it for the mana? I'll probably just tap it for the mana. So we'll pay 5 and play the Deck of Many Things. For 2, I tap it. Pay 2, tap it. Roll a d20 and subtract the number of cards in my hand. If the result is 0 or less, I discard my hand. 1 to 9, I return a card at random from my graveyard to my hand. 10 to 19, I draw 2 cards. 20, I put a creature card from any graveyard onto the battlefield under my control. When that creature dies, its owner loses the game.
Oof.
Yep. So, we're going to tap the Luck Bobblehead and a red to activate the Deck of Many Things.
I don't have a creature.
We got a 19.
Oof.
I rolled a 20. I have 1 card in hand. So, I draw 2 cards. Ugh. Getting better, but not getting good. I do get another Fairy Dragon because I rolled a die. So now I have 2 1/1 Fairy Flyers. So I need to play out my hand and then roll another crit. Then we'll see who's laughing. Go Nelson.
Alright. Yep.
Tell him just reboot the server.
During
Untap.
Nelson's turn, I'll activate Evolving Wilds.
Bastard. Upkeep and draw for the turn. Well, that Soul Ring would have been cool right now.
Just sacked.
Yeah.
That's a Cat Beast token.
Alright. Pay 2 Jet Medallion. Black spells I cast cost 1 generic. Mana less to cast.
2, 3, 4. So there's 4 bobbleheads.
Turtle's
in my-
gone, okay.
Yeah.
I will pay 3 and bring back a Twilight Prophet.
Will you not have the things that I don't like?
Oh man.
Sounds good.
Okay.
It's okay, it was off camera. I did the dumbest, worst cut ever.
Oh, I thought that was on purpose.
Oh, I did too. I thought that was the saltiest cut ever.
I've done the saltiest cut where somebody goes, cut me, and I just went, and just fanned their deck out.
6, 8.
That was real funny.
Nope, this was just incompetence. I
Alright, I'm going to activate my Nykthos for 10 black mana. And I will be casting a Painful Quandary. And then I will be casting a Cruelty of Gix. Going to Chapter 1. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a creature or planeswalker card from it, and that player discards that card. Teach has 1 card in hand.
I have
Schnell has 3. I'm going to look at Teach's hand.
It's all yours, bud.
Yep, we'll discard that.
Discard Welcome Vampire.
He's no longer welcome.
Nope.
I will move to
I have 2 flyers.
combat. So 2/2, right?
Yep.
And then 2 2/2s.
Correct.
2 2/2s.
3 2/2s.
3 2/2s. Oh yes, the boar.
You have a board too.
The clover means it's green.
So fucking boring. No flyers though, right?
No flyers.
2 flyers.
Oh yeah, you've got
Two fairy dragons.
And they're both 1/1s?
They're both 1/1 flyers.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to attack Tej with a 5/3 flyer. And when it attacks, defending player sacrifices a creature with the least power among creatures they control. So it's got to be your Zulaport.
Zulaport Cutthroat will die. Each opponent loses 1 life.
So that's got to come from our totem, right?
Yep. Whenever another creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on the lender.
Okay.
I don't know if I like that as much. Oh well.
I can't do anything about it, Chanel.
I will throw a 1/1 fairy dragon in front of it.
Hooray! That's a creature dying. That's 3.
And that's a creature token, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, no.
No, I should have done this differently. Fuck. I guess I could do it now real quick. Well, I could have a response to the counters being placed on a Lenda.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I could destroy a Lenda before the counters are placed. I wasn't thinking of it on the second
you can do
one.
that response. It's still in the stack.
I could do it now.
Do it.
Same zone.
2.
So you'd get 2 1/1 vampire
I would
tokens.
get 2 1/1 tokens.
You're gonna draw regardless from the idol.
because I got a cat beast.
Because you got a cat beast.
Cattholomew.
Sorry, I would get 3 because it's
power.
Yeah, plus those are +1/+1 counters, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you get 3 1/1s.
But she does have 1 coming on the stack.
Right.
That's right.
Yes.
I'm an adult.
I'm going to attempt to destroy her with Vizara.
Yeah, that's
dreadful. Okay, so she gets exiled under Shelob.
You pull it out of the graveyard, correct?
No, whenever it dies, exile it.
Okay.
So it gets exiled rather than dying.
So it does.
No, not rather than dying.
It does die.
Or it dies, then it's exiled, and then
so
I
it
pull
still
it.
gets
Yes,
its
correct.
death trigger.
Yes, you still get the
That's
counters. Yes, sorry, I see what you're going to
Yes.
there.
30, 31, 32, 33.
Okay, and that's it for me.
End of return, I will draw a card. Untap. Upkeep. Draw for a turn. You hope you win? No. I will. However,
We're on an 8-turn clock with mechanized production. Slightly less if I can get Saheeli out. 1 less.
not worth it yet. 1, 2, 2. 2. I will sacrifice Expedition Map. While Coffers is about to do some work.
Pay 2 to get 2?
Pay 2
To get 3?
to get 1 million.
Oh, yeah, because
You're finding.
Urborg.
I forgot that finds a land.
Urborg.
Term of your birth. Urborg, that puts it on the battlefield. I get a cat beast.
If you do win here, it's null and void because you did not announce prior to winning that
You
were
didn't give
going
us
to
a
win.
1-turn heads
Yeah,
up.
right.
And
I
you
had no
spilled
cards in hand.
so much beer on my floor.
Listen, I'm probably more upset than you are by that, because that was like half that fucking quart.
I just got down on the floor and started sucking.
Okay. Since
My
you
friend
said
Teach,
that,
not the beer.
since you said that with that choice of phrasing, we were at my parents' house this afternoon.
Oh, God.
They had Freezy Pops, and my wife said, "Tommy, just put it in your mouth and suck the juices out."
Your wife has met you, right?
Yeah, right?
I looked at her, and she didn't know I was looking at her. And then my dad also said something sexually suggestive to my 1-year-old, and I don't remember exactly what he said off the top of my head right now, but it was also real funny. Did that. Did that.
Did.
Sorry.
Nope, you're good.
I'm trying real hard to get that down without spitting it everywhere.
I now have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 swamps. So you would be 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana available to me. 9.
This is post-combat main phase?
It is not. It's pre-combat main phase.
I don't want to say that anymore. It's main phase 1.
I think this is the correct play.
Main phase, the origin.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, which is the exact amount of mana that I have. 1, 2, 3 gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Okay.
I will spend 9 of that to summon Shadrix, Silverquill, Pandragon. Thank you.
Yep.
I will spend the remaining 4 of that to cast Court of Grace. When Court of Grace enters the battlefield, I become the monarch.
Oh, damn.
At the beginning of my upkeep, I create a 1/1 white spirit creature.
That's all we got to do.
flying.
I got one in my backpack too.
Yeah. Slam it down.
But if I'm the monarch, I get an angel instead. I will move to combat. I will target player. How many creatures do you have? Just the one?
Who? This one and that.
Put a +1/+1
One
counter on each
electronic.
creature you control. I'm going to lose a life and draw a card. I will lose it from over here. I will draw a card. I am sorely hurting for cards. Exit combat. Go to my end step, where I will draw a card from Idol of Oblivion, and then draw a card from being Monarch.
Nice. My turn?
Yes.
Okay. Untap. During my upkeep, I get a copy of Luck Bobblehead. I do not win the game since I only have 2. Draw.
Some asshole blew them all up.
See.
That is correct.
Nexticles, we will. Kind of just want to spin the fucking deck of many things again and see if I can draw. But
That's why it's there.
Yep. So let's empty out a couple of the hand. We're going to target Nelson with a Mass Diminish. Until your next turn, my next turn, creatures target player, Nelson, controls have a base power and toughness of 1/1.
Nice.
All your dudes to my next turn of 1/1s. It has flashback. Teach have garbage.
Flying doubles.
Nothing I can interact with. But again, I'm just trying to play out my hand. We need those because we want Zephay. We're gonna throw down a Clay Golem. It is a 4/4 that goes monstrous for 6. I can roll a d8 and it's monstrosity X, where X is the result. When it becomes monstrous, I destroy target permanent. I don't like Nelson being able to pop shit whenever he wants. So we will pay 2.
I'm not the threat here.
I know.
Disagree. None of my shit has fun. Shadrix, I suppose.
And double strike.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
crazy other synergies.
I know. Sorceress Spyglass. I'm going to enter the battlefield, look at an opponent's hand. Nelson. Wait, T does. How many cards?
4.
Oh yeah, let's see. Nelson or T just.
Got a
I
big
bet.
old fatty. Big old grip.
Enter the ability of source with a chosen name. Okay. I'm gonna choose Viscera here.
What? What a weird card to name.
I know, right?
That's a good one.
It's not even on the table. Why would anyone even...
It's not even in the deck.
Okay.
It's probably a good card to put in the deck, actually, now that I think about it.
It's really nice of him to give you advice.
I'm gonna... So I can't... Yeah. I'm gonna activate the deck many things. Rolling a d20, -1. I rolled a 1, which is okay. Return a card at random from your graveyard to your hand.
Did you say roll d20 -1?
Yeah.
So
It's minus...
zero?
I rolled a 2.
Got it, okay.
Sorry. I did math without a pen and paper.
Yep. Nope. Yep. Checks out.
So, I'm gonna shuffle up my...
That question was brought to you by the guy who doesn't know how three-sided dice work, I guess. You'll forgive me, won't you?
Yes. So I get another fairy. This one does not have a +1/+1 counter. That is only one of them. We'll remember somehow. Nelson, which card can I have back?
Let's go with this guy.
Ooh,
Shit.
lather foil.
With all my 1/1s.
Yeah. I could destroy something and exile it. Teach how big
Yeah.
is Shadrix, though?
2/5.
2/5. I could wait and next turn make that a 1/1 and exile it.
Flashback.
Yeah, it does have flashback. I shuffled it in somewhere.
Flashback, baby.
I think
Flashback, baby.
that'll be enough.
Flashback.
Go ahead,
baby,
Nelson.
Flashback. Alright, untap.
So his things are only 1/1 until the end of your turn?
Until
his next
my
turn.
next turn.
Got it.
They are still 1/1s.
Until your next turn. Creatures target player controls have a base power and toughness of 1.
Okay. On my upkeep, I will reveal the top card of my library. You each lose 2,
Oh, that's happening yet?
and I gain 2. Revealing Sheldric's Edict.
Teach and I are down to 15.
Yep.
Then I will draw for the turn. Alright, I'm going to pay 2. I'm going to cast Sign in Blood, targeting myself. Lose 2,
Wow. This is a close game.
draw 2.
15, 15, 11.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3,
One of our
4.
closest.
Oh shit!
Oh, no.
I missed a whole fuckload of triggers.
You sure did. As soon as he said shit,
Yep.
I looked right at it.
I painful quandaried last turn. I
You
missed
sure
every
did.
single spell that
Oh,
was cast.
fuck.
Yep.
That's my bad. We all get a free round.
Okay.
Well, you guys get a free round. And I just get to.
Damn it, I
sit
could
in
have cleared out my
shame.
hand easier.
That, fuck. That could be super impacting. Oh, and then I drew, and this goes to, sorry. I realized this after I drew, and, oh no, I actually played that first, never mind.
Just whenever an opponent.
Okay, so search my library for a card,
Yeah.
put it into my hand, and then shuffle. I lose 3 life.
Loses 3 life or 5 life?
It's
no,
5.
It's whenever an opponent. first
5
of all.
or
Yeah.
discard.
Okay. 5 or discard.
Yeah.
I did 1.
I did 3 things, which, yeah, would have been 15
I did
life.
1. I only.
And or-
No, I did 2.
I would have cleared out my hand easier.
Ah.
Asterisks, but that's okay. Unless I win. No asterisks. Here, I'm just gonna discard the card that I had before the thing resolved to make it a little bit fairer. My Gale's Redirection.
Here, you can select one at random. You looked at my hand and saw the Viscera Seer, so we will take you out of the equation.
Thank you.
And you can discard something else for me, also to be fair. Myria Skull.
Okay.
Rectified!
Ish. I don't pay attention to everyone's board state as well as I should or could.
Alright, there, I just lost 3 life, taking TJ from 15 to 12.
Why are you losing 3 life?
Because after
Okay.
I lose 3 life from tutoring.
Okay.
From Cruelty of Gigs.
Would you do? Was it tutor for
I
anything?
don't have to reveal. Yeah, it's just a card.
That's what I was.
Yeah, tutors for a card. God damn, maybe I'll get it.
You okay today? It's that
Me?
fucking growler. I can't drink out of it. I need a glass. Not anymore, because it's gone. But I'm spilling on myself like an invalid.
Wow.
Wait, yeah, is that a word I shouldn't say anymore?
That's ableist.
That's probably, yeah, it probably was. I'm sorry. An invalid.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 13.
Remember when we were not saying horrible things?
Yeah, I know. We were doing so well.
Okay. We were. Tonight the role of Chris is played by Teach.
I'm going to pay 4, and I'm going to cast Grey Merchant of Asphodel. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses X life, where X is my devotion
Nelson
to black.
wins.
Yeah.
In
2,
response,
4, 6, 8, 9, 12, 16. So
I'm going to roll a d6. It is even. I get a treasure token. Because I rolled a die, I get a fairy.
In response, I'm also going to roll a d6. It's a 3.
Okay. How much should we take?
32.
Okay.
16 each.
I only have 15. Is there any way we could work out a payment plan?
I feel a little better about the painful quandary now.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's totally my fault.
Nelson
I
wins.
forgot. So. All right. So Shelob came back, and as I was joking during the game, she dirtled and dirtled some more, and then finally pooped out a win when I could tutor for a Gary. So if I had to pick an MVP for this game, it's going to be Black Pips and the synergies that they have with 2 specific cards, as it turned out in this case. When I was able to finally get some black permanents to stick around, having the Nykthos is huge. Obviously, it's great in any monocolored deck. I really like it in here because there are a lot of pip-heavy cards that are in this deck. Phyrexian Obliterator is a 4-mana card, but it's 4 black mana to play. So obviously it's easy to cast in a deck like this. But, you know, that's 4 pips. Vizara the Dreadful has 3 pips. Twilight Prophet has 2. A lot of my enchantments have 2. Other creatures, you know, some bigger ones have 3. The Shard of the Void Dragon and other things that I'm trying to play in this deck. So being able to have a bunch of pips allowed me to use my Nykthos, I would say, a lot more fluidly than Tej was able to use his Cabal Coffers until he was able to tutor up off the Expedition map to find his Urborg. After that, it's game over. That's a great, you know, combo-y, synergistic piece. But if you've only got one of them, and unfortunately, when it's only Cabal Coffers, it's kind of a dead card until you find that Urborg. So Nykthos was huge for me, and then obviously, you know, Gary coming in, slamming down and getting the win. Was also big for me. So I played the Gix Saga card, and you know, tutoring. I was trying to decide. I was like, I really don't know what to pull out of here. And as I was looking through the deck, remembered I had a Grey Merchant when I saw it, and went, oh, this is actually going to be perfect because I was able to, even though my creatures were diminished en masse. They still kept their pips, so I was able to, you know, deal, I think it was 16 damage, which would have happened twice because it's to each opponent. They share the same totem in a game like this, so I knew I had enough to wipe them out as long as the spell resolved, and it did. So that worked out well. The deck got off to a really slow start. I started the game in my opening hand. I had the Myriad Landscape and a Swamp, and I knew it was risky to take. I had the boots. And I had, there was another 2-drop, Illusionist Bracers. So I knew I had a couple plays early, and then I had the Phyrexian Arena. If I could just find one more black land, I knew I could do it. And then hoping, you know, drawing 2 cards every turn would help me to find land faster. And when I had enough of a board state with land, then I could crack the Myriad Landscape, go grab 2 swamps, and go. Took a lot longer to get going than I wanted to find a time where I felt comfortable cracking it, but it ended up, you know, working in the long run. This deck is super, super mid-range. It wants everybody to play out a bunch of stuff and then find ways to kill it. You know, there are cards like Grave Pact and Dictate of Erebos where I'm really making death happen a lot, especially if my creatures are dying. There's creatures that can trigger things like that, like Merciless Executioner, Demon's Disciple, things like that. So, you know, if you've watched the show for, I don't know, the last 6 months, you've probably seen this deck a handful of times now. It's a newer deck. I liked it a lot. I liked the card that Shelob printing a lot, and I like this deck. It's really fun. It's not, I would say it's consistently mediocre in that it's consistent in that it always impacts the game, but it does lack unless you've got a way to kind of tutor for a win, it does lack a way to just end the game out of nowhere. Gary's one way to do it, and it's kind of the only way unless you're going to find a way to win through combat by making your opponents lose their boards while building your own. So it is a kind of a dirtily mid-range deck. I like it a lot. I love mono black. Black is probably my favorite color in the game. Does all the cool stuff I want to do. So I thought this game was great. Schnell's Dice Rolly deck, I may have mentioned this right before we stopped recording. I think this is the best we've seen any dice roll deck any of us have created play on camera. It was fantastic. I hope he brings it back very soon. I hope he brings it back for Chris to see. The deck was phenomenal. I thought there were multiple times where he was going to be able to just run away with it. The synergy between his commander and being able to make a whole bunch of copies of, all of the trophy mages he was getting. I mean, that shit was getting out of hand. When we saw the Icar Wellspring and he said his idea was to just be able to create a whole bunch of copies with Saheeli and then draw 2 for every one, because you're drawing when the copy comes in and then you have to sack it at the end of turn. So it goes to the graveyard and dies, and then you draw another card. That's really fucking smart deck building and a really cool piece of the deck. Shadrix, we've seen, another deck that we've seen mid-rangey multiple time deck. It's aristocrats, it's tokens, it's painful. That thing can just go off and win out of nowhere. I was lucky to be able to, I think the Damnation needed to be played when I played it. I was lucky to still have a Toxic Deluge that I was able to find after the fact and get another board wipe in there. And we also got lucky when Schnell was able to tuck Mondrak away, because that thing is a problem in any deck that it's in when it hits the board and gets to stick around. So I think it was 3 very well-balanced decks against each other. I thought it was a great game. It was really fun from a totem perspective to just kind of whittle each other down. It was an extremely close game all the way to the end, and I just happened to draw or I guess get the right trigger at the right time to be able to draw into a card that was going to win me the game based on board state. So I thought it was a lot of fun, enjoyed it a lot, love this deck, love the decks that I played against, and had a great time playing Magic with my friends.
Tonight, Shadrix didn't show up exactly. I was never really out of the game until the very, very end there, but I found myself drawing all of my token payoffs and none of my token producers. But I did draw into an early game Mondrak, which is my MVP tonight, as well as I had an Anointed Procession out for a second, but it didn't do anything, I don't believe. But Mondrak is really, really great. Not only does it double my tokens, but it has an activated ability to put an indestructible counter on it at instant speed, which I utilized when that first Damnation came out. And the double token production ended up doing a lot of work this game. Mondrak survived a board wipe, did not survive a second board wipe. No, it survived a board wipe, got tucked away, pulled out again, and was prepared to survive a second board wipe. There were a lot of board wipes tonight, let's be honest. But Mondrak was out and prepared to do work for the rest of the game. I found myself, I kept a hand that included Reassembling Skeleton and the Transmogrant Crown. The idea being, I also had Ashnod's Altar in my starting hand, so early game I was thinking, get the Crown out, get the Skeleton out, get the Ashnod's Altar out, sacrifice the Skeleton, draw a card, get the Skeleton back, and just get a little engine going there. And I waited to play that Ashnod's Altar for a while because the next few turns I realized I didn't need it to fuel my hand. And at a certain point I decided I was going to try to close the game out with a massive blot out the sky. And I made a joke when that happened that on my next turn I'm going to win. And I think at the time, neither Schnell nor Nelson had an answer, but Schnell found a way to stabilize just a little bit on his end in case Nelson had something, and Nelson tutored up a Toxic Deluge, which I could do nothing about. And that was what set me back for the rest of the game, because Blot Out the Sky destroyed every non-creature, non-land permanent, and that included my Mana Rocks, that included my token doublers, that included basically everything that I had out. And to be honest, I still think that I made the right play at that time because it was a big game-ending play. I would have had to clearly wait a turn because not only did they enter tapped, but they also didn't have haste. But I was prepared. Schnell was tapped out. I made sure to check that before. So the only way he would be able to stop me was with some sort of manaless counter spell. And Nelson was not running blue tonight, so I don't think he had any manaless counter spells to stop me. But it was a board wipe that took everything out except the tokens that I created, and I ended up with 22 of them, I think, thanks to the Anointed Procession, now that I'm thinking of it. I pumped 11 mana into it and created 22 tokens, and I was pretty confident that 22 was a decent enough 2-1s where Schnell would be able to play enough, Nelson would be able to play enough, I could end the game on my next turn. So, again, I didn't know that Nelson was going to be able to tutor up the Toxic Deluge, so I can't fault myself for a misplay there. This game was super back and forth between every single one of us. Just check out those life totals. They were pretty much even across the board. This was a great game. I'm real happy. I'm real happy with Schnell's deck. First iteration of the deck, not happy with, but this next one, no, that's not true. The dice rolling deck, he found a commander that works. He found a commander that works with a new little gimmick in there, which is the bobbleheads, and I'm really happy to see those bobbleheads. I knew Schnell was going to make a bobblehead deck at some point, and he decided to throw the bobbleheads into the dice rolling, and this is the best we've seen a dice rolling game yet. Of everyone who has a dice rolling deck, which I think is all three of you, not me. I've got some dice rolling things, but not dedicated to the mechanic. Schnell's deck did a lot of work. Schnell found a way to make this mechanic really hum along, and it was just great watching him play every single card in this deck. I was really invested in Schnell's deck, and he did not disappoint. And Nelson, the Shelob deck is kind of a boogeyman in this group, and I say that with the utmost respect. I love playing against it. It's one of his scary decks, and it just did not fire off for like the first half of the game. He seemed to have a similar problem that I was running into, where he seemed to be drawing more payoffs and less engines. So it was just one of those games, you know. So, but a really fantastic deck. This game was back and forth across the board. I had a blast. This game ended up, twice as long than I thought it was going to be, because the halftime was the blot out the sky, and we're just gonna kind of rebuild from there. And that's what happened. This is a great game. I'm happy with all of us. 2.5 really good decks tonight.
Yeah, as Teach said, this game was a bit of a slog. It was back and forth. I enjoyed all of it, though. There are several times in previous games where somebody board wipes, resets everyone, just annihilates my board state, and I don't feel like I can come back from it. And it makes the entire second half or second third of the game. I'm really dumb. It makes the remaining portion of the game post board wipe unenjoyable. This one, I never felt that. I had enough land out thanks to my my sword early on, Sword of the Animist, I believe, to grab lands, that I was ramping early, which I really like to see because I need mana for all these stupid artifacts. But yeah, this was one of the decks that I had built previously. It used to be a Faraday deck because it is a commander that said dice rolls on it. I didn't want to build Will and a background and do what Chris had done already. And especially after I saw that his version was a little bit better than mine, I kind of just put this one on the back burner until I could come back to it. But I can never give up on a deck. I can swap the commander and like 30 cards around it, but it's still the same shell. It's still the same core idea. Roll dice. And yeah, this was the first time that I got to roll a lot of dice. And I felt like I was in the game most of the time. Every other time, the dice rollers are just, I'll roll a die and ping everybody, or I'll make another little fairy dragon, or my commander gets bigger, but then he gets exiled right away and he doesn't do anything. This one, I was actually getting moderate payoffs for my things, and I was building towards a conclusion of the game, which winning with Luck Bobblehead would just be hilarious. I don't know how viable it is, but I do have Saheeli to make copies of Bobbleheads to get extra triggers off of those. But Trophy Mage, by far, getting the ETB, and every single Bobblehead costs 3. So when I was sorting cards recently, I went, Trophy Mage seems like I should throw in a lot more decks. Most of the artifacts in this deck that I want to see are 3-drops anyway, and with Saheeli being able to basically tutor every single turn with Trophy Mage, I felt too stupid not to do it. The Ichor Wellspring, as I said, was a late addition because in Goldfishing it, I was playing out my hand. I was running out of things to cast with all of my mana, so I had to find card draw, and I actually saw it, and it did what I wanted it to do. And I never get to actually play out the weird imagination things that happen in the brain parts. But I'm very happy with this one. I will bring it back shortly. Not next game, maybe 2 games from now when Chris is back, because I want to show him how good it was. But yeah, Shadrix, the Pandragon, always terrifying. It is aristocrats, it is token doublers, it is all of the bad things coming for you, and the commander, where it has to give you something, it's such a just kick in the balls every time. It's, you have no creatures, you can put a +1/+1 counter on all of them, and Teach is great at making those choices. It's, I'm going to help you, but not actually. I'm just, as letter of the law, have to, I will. So I'm surprised he didn't pull this one out, but Nelson, very, very happy with how his Shelob deck ran, because he was keeping Tej in check. I was able to keep him from just wrecking me as well. Near the end, it got a little fuzzy with the Painful Quandary, but thankfully Nelson errated all of that by just destroying us with Gary. But yeah, this was a blast to play. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe.